Chapter 3. Finding a Friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Boy. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed.
Uh-oh. Oh, Rolo's okay. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even. I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in the house for the day. Under no circumstances are you to leave. We're totally leaving, aren't we? What? If I am not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Oh, and Luka, you left the icebox open yesterday. We're not made of money, you know. Well, that was strange. Wait, so when I did... Oh, I must have did that and didn't close it. Just want to make sure there's not any charms. Chill. Why is that the cutest thing ever?
A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is that coming from upstairs? I'm scared. Why am I scared? Maybe it's the walkie-talkies. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Rolo, is that you? Over? Strange. I don't like that at all. I'm not scared. I'm scared genuinely. Alright. Oh, hey, Roxy. If this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rolo here? No. Look at me, Luka. This is serious. Is Rolo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luka's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood? If he's alive, I'm gonna kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luka's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rolo, where are you? Told you we were leaving this house immediately. No one's here. Who's this kid? Hey, Bert. Have you seen Rolo? Nope. Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back. Why is that kid cute? I know I saw. Oh, that probably. How's that? Zzz. I'm just gonna go past the clipboard dude. He's useless. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple of more minutes. If Roxy says she'll be here, then she'll be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Ugh, my parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great, I guess. Right. Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. Where am I? What's this about a missing child? I must stress that situation is completely under control. It just seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Carter. We'll turn up safe and sound, I am certain. Just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter Beck that. Now where did she run off to? Who is Beck? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean vanished? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. I am sick of this lady's story. Alright. This is the up at Don newsstand. Hey Don. Jan. Was it true about Rolo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights, your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rolo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where'd you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I'll do my best work at night. Well, you do it and I won't. Guess Mr. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Alright, I think this is the way we came. No. Let's go to the library. Ooh, our favorite place.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject,
That's dope.
making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luka crooked his neck to see the title.
Introduction to
Melitology.
Where did I go? Did I talk over her? Oh, hey, Luka. You snuck up on me. Good book? Dunno. Just started.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if two queens are in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? Yeah, charms. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If you see him, you'll be the first to know. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Oh, man.
Mycological phosphorescence.
Ugh. More like my complete loss of interest. But it's...
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
That sounds like a great book. Boring? I think not. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luka. Did Rolo come by? No. I was actually surprised. You usually hear early on days when a new issue drops. Rolo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me, you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Roger that, Space Cadet.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Myriad. Beautiful vocabulary. Sure, I've done my due diligence. New editions.
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luka brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent. Oh, yeah, we got a charm.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Ugh. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometime. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luka Van Horn. You're new here. Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing. I guess. Like missing. Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luka shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well, technically it's landed on heads. Leave this kid to... Yep, well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. Suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. We made a new friend. Joey, have you seen Rolo around? No, sorry, Luka. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rolo. No, the beetles. Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetleologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would you? Of course. Before we go that way, because I know once I go in there, probably going to hit a turning point.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
We knew that, I think.
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Alright, let's go to the spooky spot. This kid is brave. Is there anything else? Oh my goodness, I just realized there's a... Dang, they boarded it up the way... Yeah. They boarded it up that way. What is this? Dang. They boarded that way up. Oh.
Luka felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Whoa.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
It's kind of awesome. What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray.
Well, that's less awesome.
Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey, Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yep. I don't have time for this now, Iggy. Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. Yup. You probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of him, such a pathetic kid, and just left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say that one time. Don't. talk about my family. Well, look who's a grown-up backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. What a jerk!
Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched.
Oh, no.
Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luka. Looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoos travel in packs. Dud.
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luka snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luka launched himself into his stomach.
Dang. Oh, right in the
Iggy's
goo.
clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to
Oh,
get up.
snap. I don't feel so good. Ooh, I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit. Yep. Oh my gosh. That was intense. It's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about that seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rolo caught up in all of this?
I think so. We have to find Rolo. You took the words right out of my mouth. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Can I go this way? I just want to see what's this way. Anything? Nothing. Okay. Notice I'm carefully going around the ooze. Oh, man. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rolo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news. Rolo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rolo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on back. I can't wait to introduce you to Rolo. Oh, that reminds you. Me. Luka, your grandmother was looking for you. She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luka.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rolo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rolo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luka, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown.